So let's talk about how Wax Relics work in Slay the Spire 2. Because the first time you see one, you're probably thinking, wait, this thing melts? And yeah, it does. Wax Relics are a special type of relic you can only get from Tezcatara, one of the ancients you'll run into during Act 2. On the surface, they function just like normal relics. They give you powerful bonuses, they can shape your run, and sometimes they feel completely game-changing. But here's the twist, they don't last forever. Over time, they literally melt away and become useless. Now that might sound terrible at first. Why would you want something that expires? But that's exactly where the strategy comes in. Wax Relics reward aggressive, momentum-based play. They're not about slow scaling or playing it safe for the long haul. They're about taking advantage of power right now. If you shift your mindset and treat them like temporary power spikes instead of permanent upgrades, they become incredibly strong tools for snowballing through Act 2 and beyond. So in this video, we're breaking down exactly how they work, when to take them, and how to turn something that melts into a winning run. I'm quickly moving on to the video. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching. Wax Relics in Slay the Spire. 2 are tied to Tezcatara's toy box relic, and when you pick it up, you get 4 random temporary relics. They function exactly like normal relics, giving you real meaningful bonuses that can absolutely carry a run if you get lucky. The catch is that they are not permanent. As you progress through Act 2 and beyond, they will slowly melt away one by one. Any character can benefit from them, which makes the toy box tempting no matter who you are playing. But since the relics are random, you are still at the mercy of luck. Here is the detail many players miss. The order you choose them actually matters. The first Wax Relic you select will be the first to melt, and the last one you take will stick around the longest. Each Wax Relic lasts for 3 combat encounters, not 3 rooms. That means if you plan your route carefully and avoid unnecessary fights, you can stretch their value much further, potentially even carrying some of them into Act 3. So there is a small layer of strategy here. You are not just picking the best relic, you are also deciding which bonus you want early and which one you want to preserve for later in the run. Are Wax Relics worth taking in Slay the Spire 2? Honestly, most of the time, yes. Getting the power of 4 relics at once is a big deal, especially if they line up with your current build. Relics are just as important as your cards when it comes to shaping a strong deck. If you are running something that burns through a lot of energy or relies heavily on stacking block, the right Wax Relics can feel like a temporary supercharge that pushes your run to the next level. The downside is obvious though, they melt. By the time you move into the next act, you will not have a major permanent ancient relic from Act 2 backing you up. That means you might feel slightly weaker compared to a run where you chose something permanent. However, this really depends on what else Tezcatara was offering. If none of the other ancient relics fit your strategy, Toy Box and its 4 Wax Relics can easily be the strongest short-term play. There is also a smart way to approach this. Ideally, you want to grab Wax Relics that provide permanent value the moment you pick them up. That way, even after they melt, you still keep the benefit they granted. For example, Frozen Egg upgrades any power you add to your deck, and Whetstone upgrades 2 random attacks immediately. Even if those relics disappear later, the upgraded cards stay upgraded. The same logic applies to economy and reward-focused relics. Amethyst Aubergine increases the gold enemies drop. Prayer Wheel that gives you an additional card reward after normal fights, and Autery grants 5 card rewards upon pickup. These kinds of effects can snowball your run early, giving you stronger cards and more resources that remain with you long after the Wax Relic itself is gone. Then there is Shovel, which lets you dig for relics at rest sites. Even if the Wax version eventually melts, any relics you dug up are permanent additions to your run. So while Wax Relics are temporary by design, if you choose wisely, they can leave behind lasting power. And that is when Toy Box goes from a risky gamble to a seriously strong strategic choice. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.